Imagine waking up tomorrow and being locked out of your own social media account until you upload a valid government ID.
And the European Commission is pushing for a new measure. A measure to require that all social media users present their IDs before they can access social media sites.
That might sound ridiculous, but in Europe, proposals like this are already being discussed by various countries in the EU, and the digital ID restrictions are just the tip of the iceberg. For example, every year, thousands of people are arrested in the UK over social media posts which are considered offensive. As a matter of fact, something fundamental has changed. Somewhere along the way, we stopped owning the internet. Walled gardens have become commonplace. Censorship and takedowns happen every other day. And data farming is now ubiquitous when you use any major application online. The internet was supposed to belong to everyone. So why does it feel like it doesn't anymore? We will be exploring that in this video. My name is Justin, and I'm a software developer and internet entrepreneur, originally from Montreal, Canada. A few years ago, I became obsessed with a specific question. Why does the internet feel less free than it used to? Growing up in the early days of the web as a young boy, I remember the dial-up internet days with all its strange connection noises, the bulky Windows 98 dinosaur computer with its countless installation CD-ROMs for every application imaginable at the time, and even floppy disks. When Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web way back in 1989, he claimed he gave it away for free because it would only work if it worked for everyone. Somewhere along the way, we drifted away from that vision. But maybe the bigger question isn't how we got here. The bigger question is, why should anyone care? You should care because not caring means agreeing to having your data harvested, studied, and sold without your consent everywhere you go online. It means giving up privacy on the web wholeheartedly. These are not small sacrifices to make, since data and who controls it is what determines whether the internet is free or not. Here's the thing. Most people who use the internet know these problems exist if asked. However, they also believe that it's how things are supposed to work, and that no alternatives exist. There is a sort of feeling of helplessness when one is targeted with the latest ad, forced into paying for another subscription because of a walled garden, or seeing their content vanish the moment they cross a tiny boundary on a big tech platform. In reality, when a company owns your digital identity, it only exists on their terms. Most of us don't own our online lives anymore. We rent them. You browse the web with a Damocles sword hanging over your head, which could fall at any given moment, and all your data is suddenly gone. So not caring is being okay with such a precarious internet experience. So working as a software developer over the years, I realized that nearly every modern app is run on infrastructure controlled by somebody else. Whether it's data hosting, cloud storage, or even authentication, someone else is always in control. We're talking about applications used every day by billions of people worldwide, whether they be social media applications, chat apps, and even banking apps. The more I researched, the more I realized there wasn't one problem to solve. Privacy wasn't enough. Encryption wasn't enough. Decentralized finance wasn't enough. Eventually, I realized that all of these problems have the same root cause: ownership. Because owning your data means nothing if somebody else can read it.
The so-called chat control, the chat control initiative. For 5 years, the European Commission has been trying to force a new set of laws that would require every messaging app to implement a backdoor to their encryption.
I told myself there had to be some way to give people an alternative, some way to let them reclaim control over their data online. That's when I came across a peer-to-peer network called Qortal, based on a very simple idea. If users don't own the infrastructure of the web, then they won't own their digital lives either. For once, I felt like I was no longer only criticizing the internet, I was helping to build an alternative. So all of this brings us to the most important question of this video. What can we actually do about it? The internet wasn't stolen from us overnight. We traded pieces of it away gradually in exchange for convenience. But if we traded it away, we can build it back. For the past 4 years, I've been helping to build one of those alternatives called Qortal. In the quest for giving people some hope and an alternative to reclaim control over their digital lives. And I'm just one person. Imagine if entire communities, groups, or even countries came together in the hopes for building a more decentralized internet. At the end of the day, digital freedom isn't something you ask for. It's something you build. One website, one platform, one community, and one alternative at a time.